Morning, everybody. I know you have had a full dose of me this week with the launch for James, but I just wanted to hop on here this morning and share something that is in my heart, has nothing to do with the James Bible study. This is just something that pertains to the post that I linked to right down there this morning, and I just wanted to toss out a couple of thoughts. This is a post that my friend Donna Bennett put on Facebook, and she had highlighted this particular paragraph from a book. I think it's by Louie Giglio. That's the best I could figure out. And in case you are not to where you can see the actual wording, I'm going to read it to you. It says, excuse me, it says, "I'm convinced that once we're in heaven, we will never regret letting go of wrongs and forgiving others in the same way our Father has forgiven us. We will only regret the bitterness we harbored and the anger we held on to while on earth. When we see the risen Jesus, scars still marking his wrists and side, we will wish we'd trusted him more to empower us to turn the tide of hate and loss and take our place as agents of a better kingdom. When we see the mighty throne of God and understand fully that all justice rests in his hands, we'll wish we had extended more olive branches of peace to those around us." Now, that just about undid me this morning, because while many people may be hearing that and thinking of the larger social justice situation, and it applies there so very much, but I want to think smaller. I want to think my own heart. I want to think my own relationships. Am I holding on to unforgiveness for a wrong that someone else has done to me? Am I failing to forgive someone else for a wrong that they did to my family? You know, I really think that so many of us are like, I think it was Peter, when Jesus was giving the disciples the final attaboys, let's go, let's do this thing, before he went to heaven. Peter looked over at some of the other disciples, maybe John, and said, "But what about him?" And Jesus said, "You don't worry about him. You take care of yourself. You figure out yourself. You do the right things yourself." And so, you know, for just so many of us, I can almost envision us getting into heaven, standing before the Lord and worshiping him, and then looking up at him and saying, "But you don't know what she did to me. You don't know what he did to my family." Y'all, I can just see Jesus giving us the eye, like, and then holding up his wrists, because it was our sin that took him to the cross. So if he can forgive me of putting him on the cross, how can we not forgive other people? How in the world do we hold on to bitterness toward other people and expect forgiveness from Jesus? So that quote just really gave me cause to examine my heart. Are there people I hold bitterness toward? Are there people I have not forgiven? It's time to do a little heart work between me and Jesus, if that's the case. So I hope you guys have a great day. I'm excited. Today is the very first not annual, maybe monthly, I'm not sure yet. But anyway, it's the very first homemade Southern biscuit making virtual event. And I've got about 30 to 40 people signed up to join me this morning to learn to make homemade Southern biscuits. So I'm pretty pumped about that. I am headed off to the gym to swim some laps, and then I'll get back here and get dressed and get ready to teach some people how to make some biscuits. So y'all have a great day. See ya.